bagel person. One of our most popular is the Cinnamon Crunch.
My kid's favorite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, plain, #1 seller still. Asiago cheese, sesame seed, chocolate chip, blueberry, and then on top you can see the pink ribbon bagel, which for October has been our featured item in the cafe celebrating the cancer awareness.
Okay, great. Do you want to mention a little bit about what you're doing with cancer awareness?
We take the a portion of the proceeds from the bagels that we sell, and we donate it back to the local hospital for the cancer center. For example, we have our donation partner is Children's Hospital in Boston, right? And so we teamed up with them about 2 years ago. I met a father in his daughter in the Landmark Cafe near Fenway Park, and really a touching story. And he was there with his daughter. I overheard the conversation, and her treat after she went in for treatment was to come to Panera Bread. And it really just touched me. My daughter's 7 years old as well, so it really hit a spot. And I knew then that we wanted to pick Children's Hospital as well. And Mary Pat has a connection with Children's Hospital on her own. And since then, we have donated over $70,000 to Children's Hospital.
Right.
And unfortunately, in Newton and Needham, over 9,000 families had to visit Children's Hospital last year alone.
Just Newton Needham?
Just Newton and Needham.
Wow. Yeah. Well, thank you for your involvement with that. So in taking a look at some of the things that Panera has done, I know that Ron, your founder, talks about concept essence, he talks about smart bets, and he talks about experience. And those are some of the things that he really talks about. And one of the things that I'm curious about, when you talk about smart bets, how is it such a smart bet to open up a new restaurant like this in a highly competitive atmosphere, smack in the middle of Newton Center, where frankly there are a good chunk of other places you could order something for lunch or dinner or breakfast for that matter? How did that come from, and then we can move on from there?
I would say we back in the summer of 2008 identified Newton Center as a community that we felt Panera would be a good fit for. And we thought Newton Center would welcome Panera. And it matches our demographics and the customer base that we look for. And so we started looking for a site. We found the site that we're in today. We took about 6 months to design it and fit it. So it's a unique cafe. It's unlike, that you talk about going to the Needham Cafe, right? This cafe is different. You'll look from the outside, it's from the floor to the ceiling, it's all glass. In the back, floor to ceiling, it's all glass. So there's a tremendous amount of natural light that comes into the building. And then when you enter the bakery cafe, it's this warm feeling of all the fresh baked goods that we have on our food pantry, so you can grab the breads or the baked goods. And then as you go into the dining room space, you get further in and down towards the back part of the dining room, and it's wide open ceilings, right? So it goes way up top with big natural windows on the sides, right?
And a little outside seating, I think, during certain times of the year as well, if I remember right.
So when you look through that glass, I should point out that we actually built a 3-seasons room. And this 3-seasons room has textured walls, has an indoor-outdoor fireplace, has comfy chairs out there as well as tables. And it has a wall that will actually open right up to the outside elements. And when you walk out onto the patio, it'll be brick pavers with a cedar fence around it.
So you put some extra effort into this?
Absolutely.
Possibly because the CEO lives in a neighboring town? Could that have anything to do with it at all?
No, I mean, it's a good point. Ron does live in Brookline, but we built a cafe that's not far from his home. And to be honest with you, I feel this is some of the best work that we've done.
Okay. Well, Mary Pat, you're going to be are you the manager?
I'm the GM.
You're the general manager, so you'll be there, so people you can look for Mary Pat. And so you'll be right there, and you know how involved and love to offer opinions. Everybody loves to offer opinions in Newton. So you have a great product to start off with, and I'm sure you'll tweak it here and there as people show you what people in Newton want, and you'll probably see a lot of the same people coming in because it's a very tight community.
Yeah, one of the things that's neat about working with Panera, they're so involved with the community, and I love that about them. And we, as general managers, start building the community around us in each different neighborhood. So each cafe manager is able to kind of create their own community involvement. And so we've gotten involved with just a few of the things that Newton has already done prior to opening, where trying to be involved with the Harvest Fair that just went on last weekend, and wanted to be involved with that, so donated some gift certificates to that. And the cleanup, we were a part of that, and we did a little lemonade stand on the street prior to opening. And then going forward, we have the day-end donation that I don't know if you're familiar with, but each cafe looks for 7 different partners in the community to take our end-of-day donation with unsliced breads and all our leftover pastries. So we pack them up and give them to a person, a group in need, that a church or a food pantry.
That's
or
one. I am
something
so
like
glad
that.
to hear you say that, because that's one. I know we have to wrap up because we're out of time, but I can't even tell you how happy I am to hear you say that, because a lot of places, and I won't mention them, but a lot of places do just simply throw out perfectly good food at the end of the day. So I couldn't be more happy that you folks at Panera Bread are doing that. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
And welcome to
Appreciate
Newton.
it.
Welcome to Newton Center. I live a mile down the road. I am looking forward to coming there as often as possible. And thanks for being part of the revitalization of Newton Center.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it.
Our pleasure.
All right. What a wonderful spread. The crew.
Yeah.
I guarantee you this food will not be here for very long. All right. Thanks again, Mary Pat Joseph and Gregg Godfrey from Panera Bread. We'll be back to wrap up this edition of Newton Newsmakers right after this.
Thank you.
The Angels from the Attic are helping Alex's Lemonade Stand Foundation. Let's take a look.
There's lots to do.
We made signs, a stand, and now lemonade.
We're open for business.
Help others.
Get your lemonade.
We sold every drop.
To find out more, please get your parents' permission and visit our website.
And thank you.
First of all, I just want to thank our guests today, Gregg Godfrey and Mary Pat Joseph from Panera. 45 new jobs added to Newton Center. Also, from First Commons Bank back in the first segment, Mark Jurilla and Tony Nuzzo. We appreciate them. They added jobs to Newton Center as well. So revitalization is happening right before our very eyes. Before we go, a quick update on the Silver Alert program I told you about back in August. The Silver Alert is similar to an Amber Alert, but customized for those who may have Alzheimer's or other dementia. So if an individual wanders or goes missing, first responders can get the word out fast and hopefully bring the person home quickly and safely. Newton's Board of Aldermen passed the Silver Alert in June. The governor then came to Newton, signed a statewide version of the Silver Alert. I have been asked to take part in the governor's task force on the statewide rollout of that program, and I'll update you as I receive more information. Once again, thanks to Representative Ruth Balzer and Mayor Warren, along with my aldermanic colleagues Alan Saccone, Marcy Johnson, Ted Hess-Mahan, Amy Sangiolo, Brian Yates, and President Emeritus Lyle Baker, all of whom were very highly supportive of this program right from the very start. The Newton Silver Alert, it's a community safety partnership. It's because the faster someone is found, the better chances they can be returned home safely. This program will be repeated throughout the month on New TV. It's also available in its entirety online at newtonnewsmakers.org. You can contact us through the website as well. I'm Charlie Shapiro. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time for another edition of Newton Newsmakers.
Newton Newsmakers is made possible through the volunteer production efforts of the employees of Mass Media and Big City Publishing, and through the support of Newton residents like you.